How did Mycenaean civilization differ from Minoan civilization? Have you ever wondered how to ancient cultures, both thriving in the Aegean region, could be so different? The Mycenaean and Minoan civilizations were both significant during the Bronze Age, but they had unique characteristics that set them apart. Let's break down these differences in a way that's easy to understand. First, let's talk about where these civilizations were located. The Minoan civilization was primarily based on the island of Crete, while the Mycenaean civilization was found on mainland Greece, especially in the Peloponnese region. Genetic studies show that both groups shared ancestry from Neolithic farmers, but the Mycenaeans had additional influences from Eastern European and Siberian hunter-gatherers. Next, we can look at their architecture and urban planning. Minoan palaces, like the famous Palace of Knossos, were large and complex, featuring open courtyards and beautiful frescoes. These structures were not fortified, suggesting a peaceful society. In contrast, Mycenaean palaces were smaller but heavily fortified with massive stone walls, known as Cyclopean walls. This indicates a society that was more focused on defense and military presence. Speaking of military, the Minoans showed little evidence of fortifications, which hints at a relatively peaceful existence. The Mycenaeans, however, built strong defenses around their cities, showing a clear emphasis on protection from potential threats. When it comes to writing and administration, the Minoans used a script called Linear A, which remains undeciphered. The Mycenaeans adapted this into Linear B, a script that has been deciphered and reveals a detailed bureaucratic system for managing economic transactions and palace administration. Art also tells us a lot about these cultures. Minoan art is known for its naturalistic themes, often depicting marine life and religious ceremonies with vibrant colors. Mycenaean art, while influenced by Minoan styles, tends to be more rigid and features scenes of warfare and hunting. Cultural interaction between the two civilizations was evident. The Mycenaeans adopted various elements from Minoan culture, including architectural styles and religious symbols. However, they developed their own identity, marked by a stronger focus on military and mainland Greek traits. Now, let's connect this to the Lion Gate at Mycenae. This monumental structure is a prime example of Mycenaean architecture and fortification. The Lion Gate symbolizes royal power and protection, contrasting sharply with Minoan palace entrances, which lacked such defensive features. In summary, the Minoan civilization was a maritime culture known for its elaborate palaces and artistic expression, while the Mycenaean civilization was more militarized and focused on defense. The Lion Gate serves as a striking example of how these two cultures differed in their approach to architecture and society. Understanding these distinctions helps us appreciate the rich history of ancient Greece.